Hello and welcome to Country Gaming's Character Creation Workshop number 2. Today we will be working on a orc investigator. Now, I personally like to sometimes do oddball combinations. I think that we all have a little bit of a stereotyping of orcs where we think of them as the fighter, the warrior, maybe a thief, but never do we think of him as the smart guy in the party. But when you look at the stats and the abilities of them, while they definitely do lean towards intimidation, there's nothing really preventing them from being the smart guy. So, to help our Pathfinder Society friends, we are going to go through organized play. Oh, we'll keep all those. We don't need the race builder. Now, this time around, I am going to build them towards a specific campaign. Let's get rid of these. Let's see here. And in this case, it's going to be the Curse of the Crimson Throne. I was kind of reading through some of these, and I just kind of liked the idea of it. More urban adventure based. Now I'm naming him Arthur. Most of us are familiar with the character Sherlock Holmes, created by Arthur Conan Doyle. Actually, let's call him Doyle. Something about the name. Now, for Doyle here, I basically want to start with putting in the investigator class. And for the archetypes, so let's get rid of everything. Okay, we got a few here. Basing them off of the great Sherlock Holmes, Sleuth seems natural to him. At first level, the Sleuth can spend 1 luck point when he makes acrobatics, etc., etc. Also, reflex saves deal damage on us, so you can spend 1 luck point on immediate action to instead take no damage. So kind of a lesser version of the Thief's Evasion. As long as he has a luck point, he's got +2 initiative. And with quick draw, he can instantly have a weapon in hand. Of luck points equal to her charisma modifier. Okay. And that's fine. So, going on, we will go to his background, choose race, Half-Orc select, choose alignment. I'm seeing him as true neutral. The reason for that is kind of a mindset of I'm only interested in finding the facts out, that sort of thing. Okay. Select a faction. We're just going to default to the Grand Lodge. Let's see here, double checking a couple. Yeah, let's go with Grand Lodge. Okay. We're going to start with an intelligence boost. Now let's stop real quick and look at the special abilities. Okay. Number of deeds. Inspiration. So we know we're going to want him to be fairly smart and fairly charismatic. Now that spent most of our points already. So there we go. There's a nice little point spread. 16 intelligence, 16 charisma, a little bit of wisdom bonus, so you'll need it for perception, dex. Let's be honest, if there's one attribute that is more powerful than any other in the game, it's dex. Some people may go by strength, some may go by intelligence, and they're useful for certain builds, but dex is the most useful of any attribute. Okay? Gives you initiative bonus, gives you armor class bonus. It basically goes to your survivability. So, why do we still have a red background? Oh, have to choose languages. Okay, we'll deal with that later. Now, skills. We have 9 skill points on him. 9 skill points on an orc. Okay, half-orc, guys. That's huge. Play to your strengths, so intimidate, perception, sense motive, stealth, we'll give him some disabled devices, make sure we remember to buy him some tools. Diplomacy, I don't see him being all that. Bluff, sure. Appraise, okay. Definitely want knowledge, location, and let's give him knowledge, nobility. Okay, look at those starting skills, guys. 7 in appraise, 7 in bluff, 5 in perception, a little lower than I like, but hey, we still have feats to deal with. Going back to background, let's look at the alternate traits on the orc, shall we? As if you have any control over what I do here. It's here. Well, let's go back out real quick and look at what we got. Dark vision is nice. Intimidating. Okay. Orc blood. Yeah. Orc ferocity. And orc weapon familiarity. Okay. Looking at these, I personally feel we can get rid of the ferocity and the weapon familiarity. So let's see what happens when we type in the word ferocity. Okay, these are the ones that are going to toothy. Natural attack, not bad. Sacred tattoos, +1 luck bonus on all saving throws. That's sweet. +2 against specific saving throws. Scare tattoos. This replaces intimidate, which I think we want to keep. That replaces intimidate. +2 to break things. No, we're going away from that view of the orc. Replaces orc ferocity and dark vision. I like the dark vision. I see him using it a lot. Ferocity and intimidating. Again, we want to keep that. Okay, now we've got a problem. +2 to perception rolls or +1 to all saving throws. Those checks or improving the dark vision. I think we're going to go with this one, bestial. Orc blood of some half-orcs manifests in the form of particularly prominent orc features, exasperating their bestial appearance, but improving their already keen senses. They gain +2 racial bonus on perception checks. I like that one. I like that one a lot, honestly, so we're going to take it. Okay. And let's look at that weapon familiarity now. Arena bread. Um, hmm. Okay, well, city raised is a given, but looking at this arena bread gives us this. We're giving up the dark vision, which I'm on the fence about. But getting that additional skill per rank, per level, I think is going to do this guy more good. So we're going to go with arena bread. Um, I had always figured he was going to be. Hey, why didn't you choose it? There we go. I always figured he was going to have been raised in the city, probably in a less than ideal situation. Growing up in the arena, that actually kind of works out in a way. So, first of all, that gave us another skill point, up to 10. 10 skill points, level 1, guys. And only okay, 16 intelligence. So, let's go with... I can see diplomacy. But I see him being more of the intimidator. Oh. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the diplomacy. Not my first choice, but that's okay. Now, we're going to flip back to language or background. Well, we definitely could go with one of the gods. I kind of see him having an atheist personality. Not so much atheism. I think atheism is stupid in Pathfinder. I'm sorry, but you have people walking around showing the powers of the gods. You're not going to not believe in them. However, his attitude is more of a, they exist, but they do not involve my life. I don't care about them, they don't care about me. I'm going to find the facts and move on. Okay, and we still have languages. Let's see here. Oh, let's go to only valid items. Let's see here. Let's give him Veritian. Okay, let's find the name of Corvotion. So let's see what happens if I type Corvotion in. Nothing. Okay. Okay, so we're going to cut out for a minute, so I'm going to stop it here, and we will get on to feats when I get back. Okay, and I'm back. Now, I know for you guys it was nothing, but the software I'm using, I have to stop every 15 minutes or so. So, a little pain in the butt, honestly. I'm going to be looking for a better software. Now let's here add new features. Actually, before we go to this, let's go down to add new traits. Oh, let's see here. No, we can get rid of anything not valid because, well, we can't take valid. Let's see what we got here. Okay, insider knowledge gets us a +1 to local. Loyalty. One moment, everyone. Okay. It's your observant. Now this I like. Sometimes it helps to pay attention to your surroundings and the people you meet. Choose either perception or sense motive. You get a +1 trait bonus on that check for the chosen skill, and the chosen skill becomes a trait skill. Proper training. Okay. Yeah, that is too rare to happen. Okay, so observant is a possibility. Now I'm going to just select all the ones I think are possibilities. Excuse me. +1 to device. I don't see that one being useful. No. Oh, River Rat. +1 damage dealt on a dagger. Not bad. +1 to swim. I don't see that being. Okay, let's look at World Traveler. That looks familiar. +1 to intimidate. No. Okay, now we're going to again concentrate on this idea of a Sherlock Holmes build. So I think that we will go with, where did we see it? It was a +1 to perception. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, we already chose +1 to perception. That's why I'm doing it wrong. Okay. So let's go with intimidation. And we can take it as a brute, leaving future socials. There we go. Okay. So let's look at that beautiful +8 perception. Yeah, I know some people have higher at this level, but hey, low wisdom. What can I say? Actually, let's go into abilities and see if we can mess around with that and bring it up to a 14. 14 would cost us 3 points. No, I think we're going to have to keep it there. +10 intimidate, praise, diplomacy. Okay, I think we're good on skills. So let's take a look at feat. Okay, now a lot of them. We knew this was coming. Acrobatics now, additional affiliations, additional traits. Now agile, now alert. +2 to both perception and sense motive. Now, for our little Sherlock Holmes guy here, Doyle, that sounds really promising. Amateur swashbuckler, no. Antagonize. Now, one problem you will run in with this guy, and I'll tell you right now, is that he is not going to be Mr. Combat. He's about finding the guys to fight, hopefully in a campaign set with urban. He's going to be more than capable. And look at that, we got our perception up to 9 or 10. Nice. Sense motive up to 7. Okay. Do we have to choose anything for our investigation? No. Okay. Now, I'm not stupid enough to think that we're not going to ever get into a fight. So, let's see here. Okay, we need to accept our gold. Now, let's go into gear or weapons. Let's start with looking for some weapon for him. Okay. Most of these are not going to really be appropriate for the image. A sword cane. Let's take a look at this one, though. Die 6 damage. Not the best, but definitely doable. 45. I just kind of like the idea, honestly. We could also go with a longsword. Longsword would probably be a better weapon in the long run. Cheaper and all the rest. More damage, better crit range. But for pure, this is what the character is. I think we're going to go with the sword cane. Okay. Armor. Now with armor, we are... Oh, I chose magic armors. We're not allowed to use those yet. Okay, yep, we are restricted to light. And I think walking around in a chain shirt or even studded would not fit this guy. Can't afford leaf. Actually, we will go with studded. Nice compromise. It ain't the 100 that chain shirt is. What's this? Now, I think we'll go with studded leather. Sometimes you just have to go a little away from concept for the sake of survivability. So, we'll put that on. Okay. Okay. Gear. Well, we do have... Let me check skills real quick. Yep, okay. So we do want thieves' tools, or whatever they're called. No. Can't afford, even with that. You know, we are going to go back to weapon. And full credit for it. We are going to replace it with a long sword. Now, normally, I don't believe investigators are capable of using the long sword, but because of his city-born, this guy is. I just looked at the time. We are running out of time, so I want to make this quick. Before I have to go and renew things. Okay. So we're down to 10 gold. We really don't have much in the way of gear. We have our weapon, we have this, we have that. Let's use tools. Let's get him a belt pouch to keep his money in. And yes, that's why I like to give all my characters a belt pouch or two. I'll give them 2 belt pouches. Okay. A whetstone, because everyone needs a whetstone. I know they're only 2 copper. They're almost not even worth trying, pretending that we're getting them. Flint and steel. Oh, if only I had 100 gold sitting around. I don't even think we can afford a backpack right now. Oh, yes we can. Okay, we'll get him a backpack because he is going out and adventuring. Some rations. Oh. Okay. We'll get 2 days worth of rations. Okay. Water skin. And we are done. Now, I'm going to go away for a moment and come back. And we will finish him up. Okay, so I am back, and this will be the last segment of this. So, our equipment is basically purchased at this point. We have just under 3 gold left. Not really enough to spend much on. No magic, obviously. Armor, we've got the studded leather. I think that for weapons, though, we will add a dagger. As long as we have the gold. Gives him a holdout weapon, gives him some range, and if push comes to shove, I see him just storing it in his boot. And that drops us down to under 2 gold. Definitely gives him a reason to go out and get a job. Or, you know, kill some monsters. But let's just go through everything. We have our Investigator. It is our favorite class. Boom. Background. He's arena born. And Bestial. As I said when we went through his ability scores, his strength is on the low side, especially for a half-orc. Dex of 12, con of 11, yes, that's a little low too. Intelligence 16, charisma 16, and a wisdom of 12. Evasions, or deeds, I mean. We have daring, gives us acrobatics, climb, spend a luck point, add a d6. Opportunist evasion, spend a luck, take no damage after a successful reflex. Sleuths to initiative, as long as we have some luck, we've got a +2 to his initiative. And if he had quick draw, he'd get some extra ability out of that. Inspiration lets him raise his skill checks. Now, one problem, and trap finding. Okay. One problem you will have with this character, and I'll tell you right now, is that he has 2 different pools. Let's go over to in play. Both an inspiration and a luck pool. Able to be used for different things. Make sure you keep track of them. It seems to me that there was a errata saying that they're one ability, but Hero Labs is separating them. Trail rations, blah blah blah. Okay. So there we go, guys. Where's the background tab? Personal. Choose gender. We'll go with male. We'll do a random roll. Hair. Black. Learn to type, Mr. Typing Teacher. Eyes. Red. Skin. Gray. I'll be honest with you, this whole thing started more because of an image I saw right here. Yeah, it's a Savage or Shadowrun picture, but I just love the picture, so that's his character profile picture. Doyle grew up in the arena while okay. Doyle grew up in the city. While not as tough as most of his brethren, he learned early being smart and observant could get more done. He now works the streets as a private, as an investigator. For Doyle, solving the mystery. Okay. Now, I will be posting him up on my website. There will be a link to his character profile below. I hope you've enjoyed this session, and happy gaming.